YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl here, Makar from Cougar's Closet. I don't know if y'all read my title tonight or not, but my title is called, just if you haven't, Feeling Down Lately the Last 2 weeks. Here's why. Alright, y'all. So, I don't know, like, if y'all been walking around like zombies the last 2 weeks. I know I have. Kinda out of it. Kind of, just agitated and irritated and just like, you know, not with the program. Here's why. And before we get started, let me say this. I would like for you all, if you're not for sure what your sun, rising, and moon sign is, check your chart. There's a zodiac chart that you can go on, and it will tell you if you're on the cusp or if you have any different signs in your planet, because you may as well, like me, been down for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and you might be feeling the effects of what's going on. So, like, if you are any air sign, a Gemini or Aquarius or a Libra, you are being affected the most. So, if you are walking around in zombie mode, if you feel like you don't know what's going on, if you feel like you're not in the world, a lot of things could be going on. This mainly is who I'm speaking to. You are being affected the most. So, here's the deal. This is why you have been down for the last 2 weeks. Mercury is in retrograde. And Mercury is a doozy. Mercury is terrible. I will be glad when she blows over. It's like with me, I have Gemini in my chart. Gemini is my moon sign. So I have really, for the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, I haven't been feeling myself. I've been feeling down. I've been depressed. I haven't been with the program. Even if y'all notice, like, I haven't been recording as much because I have not. Mercury needs to go on, y'all. So I thought it was just me, right? But then I called about 2 or 3 other people that also has air in their charts, and they said no. They said this been going on with me too. Get on the phone with somebody else. No, this been going on with me too. It's been the same thing with them. So I was like, okay. And so, like, how I knew something was going on, right, was because Miss Manson then came down. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to let y'all meet Miss Manson. I think y'all done partially met Miss Manson because she lives up here, and she comes downstairs a lot. And when she comes down, like, it's a whole different ball game going. You can even see Miss Manson in my face. This isn't even Makara that you're speaking to. You know, Makara is sweet. She's bubbly. She's Pluto-ish. She's sunny. You know, she's eccentric. She's electric. She's, all of those things. And Miss Manson, she's vicious. She's ferocious. Miss Manson feels like the world owes her something. She's impatient. Miss Manson is arrogant. I really don't care for Miss Manson, and Miss Manson doesn't care for Makar either. I know we both could probably say something about one another, but I'm not a fan of Miss Manson, and Miss Manson is not a fan of Makara as well. So, what made me notice this is because she came down. And usually Miss Manson to come down for maybe like 2 days. And when she comes down for about 2 days, I know she ain't going to be down here long, so I don't bother her. And I do my thing. Because I know in a day or two she going to be gone. But Miss Manson, y'all, has been hanging around here for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And I said, something is going on here. Why is she down here? Why Miss Manson down here?
Miss Manson messy. She like to kick up mess. She with the smoke. She'd turn the smoke on. Me and Miss Manson, we can't be together, So I said, I'm going to look and see what's going on here. I said, for Miss Manson to be hanging around down here, maybe we're approaching a full moon. So I had looked on the calendar, y'all. And at the time I looked at the calendar, I was like 4 days off. It was a full moon coming, but the full moon was to come on the 6th. And I was like 4 days out the way. So I said, well, that's part of the problem. But with full moons bring on a lot of agitation, So I knew that was part of the problem and not all of it. Because with full moons, you get like irrational behavior out of others, or maybe you might act irrational, like maybe you somewhere shopping and somebody just say something crazy to you, or you say something crazy to somebody, or somebody might be getting ready to go to blows. The full moon brings on a lot of irrationalness. So I said, okay, that's part of it, but something deeper going on, because Miss Manson will not go back upstairs. Y'all, she here. Y'all can see she here. I'm so ready for Miss Manson to get that. I'm so ready for Miss Manson to go. I don't know why she down here. I know why, because Mercury is in retrograde. That's why she's down here. But this is the longest that she comes down and hangs down here, and I don't like when she's down here. Well, so October 6th, we got a full moon. And so if you feel yourself like being irrational, or if you somewhere and somebody acts out of irrational behavior with you, or says something, slick to you, just let it ride, y'all. Just let it ride. That's part of the full moon that we inherited on October the 6th. But I said, for Miss Manson to be down here, this is deeper than rap. Let me find out what else is going on. I said, I'm going to check these planets. So when I checked the planets, that's when I found out that Miss Manson was hanging around here, because Mercury was in retrograde. And I guess she don't want to be bothered with Mercury either, because Mercury is something else, and she's on the top level. So I know Mercury giving her hell, so she come down here to dodge some of it. But she done crept my style, and now I'm feeling vicious. Miss Manson is a nutcase, and I need to hurry up and get Miss Manson back upstairs. I'll do anything to get Miss Manson back upstairs, y'all. Miss Manson about to get on my... She about to get on my nerves. So, let me explain what's going on when I talk about Mercury being in retrograde. So what it is, right? Mercury is a very, very small planet. And she's bossy, and she's feisty, and she can do a lot of damage. Mercury is like a short man with a short man complex, or a short woman with a short woman's complex. She's small, he's small, but they loud, a small giant, And so, like, if you have been noticing about the last 2.5 to 3 weeks that you and your spouse is arguing a lot, y'all getting tangled up, finna bang, finna blow, that's Mercury in retrograde. If it's a love affair that one of your spouse has been caught up in, that's Mercury in retrograde. If you notice that your electronic devices are starting to act up, that is Mercury in retrograde. All of these things go on. This little bit of planet is a big fuss, y'all. I'll be so glad when she pack up and leave. And another thing, like what Mercury in retrograde does, if you single like me, Mercury in retrograde will cause you to go back and look at pre-past lovers that you had 20 and 30 years ago. and some of the things they said to you, you can feel them. Some of the things they done to you, you can still feel them, and you feel hatred towards these people. This is how Mercury in retrograde works. You things in the past, with siblings and stuff like that. Like basically, you want war, you want blood, you want smoke. This is what Mercury does. If you find yourself stuttering a lot, getting tangled up over your words and can't get everything out like a consistent flow. This is what Mercury in retrograde does to you. Mercury in retrograde has you walking around as a zombie, you know. And so I read on Google that Mercury in retrograde is the only planet that affects everybody. But the air signs, the Gemini and the Libra and Aquarius feels it like 10 times more. But this is the only planet that affects everybody. So y'all, at this time, there's nothing really we can do about it but wait for it to blow over, because Mercury is really doing some damage here, So try your best not to get in confrontation with anybody. If somebody, snaps off at you, if a stranger says some, hot mess to you or whatever the deal is, just recognize, just say to yourself, Mercury is in retrograde, and keep walking. If you know these things, then you can dodge bullets. It's when you don't know, then you react to these things. So when I went to check and see when she landed, she came into town and she touched down on September 27th. And she will remain here until October 17th. And I swear, y'all, about a week before is when I started feeling funky. When I started noticing that something was going on here deeper than the full moon. It's a full moon with Mercury and retrograde combined, and that is a recipe for disaster. So, too, you might notice maybe like a week before that she gets ready to leave that the pressure kind of starts rising off of you. You'll be able to feel it. You can tell when she's packing up and she's getting ready to go, because the pressure will start unleashing and releasing a little bit, and you'll feel a little bit lighter. But right now, she in this thing and she's solid. She applying the pressure right now. So I'll be so glad when she get ready to pack up and go on, because like I said, y'all can see it in my face. Miss Manson got a hold of me. It's not even funny. But that's because Mercury in retrograde has a hold to Miss Manson. And let me tell you this, Miss Manson, like I said, she lives up top. And so with that being said, by her living up top, and Miss Manson is a Gemini. That's her moon sign. She lives up top. So she is really being affected. So that's why she came down here. But I just wish she would get the hell on, because she's disturbing me, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not smiling. I'm not nothing. But, I could have got on here and act like everything was all right, I could have got on here smiling like usual. But that usually when I get on here and smile, everything is okay, because my car is in town. And Miss Manson is upstairs minding her own business. But with all of this going on, she down here because Mercury messing with her, So I got to deal with her until the 18th, unless Mercury decides to leave a week early. And I hope Mercury does pack up and leave a week early. Sometimes she doesn't stay all the time. She'd leave a couple of days before she's supposed to. And I hope that's what's happening. So talk to me, mountain lions and cougar closets. Cougar closets, y'all. Mountain lions and cougars, talk to me. Have you been down for the last 2 weeks and don't know what's going on? Have you been having a lot of electronic
problems? Have you been stuttering and can't get the words out of your mouth and you don't have a consistent flow? Have you and your spouse been arguing lately, ready to get at each other like some busted up kangaroos and get the banging? Has there been infidelity where one has caught the other one cheating or something? You know, Mercury is a doozy. I hate when this planet comes around. I'm so ready for Miss Manson to go away, y'all. I wish y'all knew how I felt right now. I'm so ready for Miss Manson to get the hell on and get back upstairs. She all down here in my stuff, and it's hard for me to smile. It's hard for me to talk and really feel the way I feel. You know, I have to go to work and smile like everything is okay, but it's really not, you know. The full moon bringing on impatientness and very, very intense feelings and stuff that I don't like to feel. You know, but every blue moon, you know, we got to have some type of reboot. And I guess this is the reboot, but I really don't like when Mercury steps down here. So if you have been feeling down for the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, this is why. Because Mercury is in retrograde. So check your chart, and that will explain most. If you got a lot of Aquarian and Libra and Gemini in you, you are double, triple being affected by Mercury in retrograde. But even if you don't, you are still feeling what I'm talking about, because this is the only planet that affects everyone. So when Mercury packs up and goes away and you return and you come back down to Earth, let me know. Cougar's Closet.